Today I got a little bit bored and maybe kind of frustrated with playing Cammy today in Street Fighter V for the first time in a long time. So I decided to go back to play a little bit of Karen. It's kind of my farewell tour because she's not, I don't think she's going to come back to 6, at least not for a long time. And kind of a sad thing to admit, but I'm still better on Karen than I am at Cammy. It sucks to say, but I don't know if you've ever switched characters and come back to your original main and been like, oh, this feels like home, right? Like it feels like I'm riding a bike. It takes like a round and you're back in there. And to me, being a chronic overthinker, somebody who just gets so deep into their head that it's disgusting, I was sitting there thinking, like, I wonder what's different. Like, what is different between their kits that makes me more effective on Karen, or makes my playstyle a little bit more effective on Karen, or why I feel more comfortable playing that character. And what I felt like after watching some replays and playing some more matches is that I really like getting the damage from the hit confirm, right? Like if you're playing Cammy, you do crouch medium kick in the spiral, you get a little bit of damage, and they nerfed the double hitting spiral, so it's really not that much, but you get a positional advantage, and then you can pressure them up close because she has like very good pressure tools, right? That's your goal, is to get a knockdown and then pressure them. And on Karen though, you get that to some degree, but you also get a lot of guaranteed damage off of like a crouch medium kick Tenko shoulder, right? You're guaranteed like what is it, like 250 300 damage, and if you want to burn meter, you get even more. So 2 things I learned about myself today, actually three things I learned about myself today, is that I value damage a lot more than I thought I did. I want that damage off of the hit confirms and whiff punishes that I get more guaranteed. Like I want to be rewarded for those things more than I am on Cammy. And 3, maybe I don't like playing Rushdown as much as I thought I did, and I'm afraid to admit that to hundreds of people who've watched me play a Rushdown character for hundreds of hours. But we can brush over that last one. Who really cares? So I take those 3 things and I start watching back a lot of the Street Fighter 6 footage that's come out over the past couple of days, and I'm paying attention to like damage now, off of single hits, off of like hooligan like that, off of punish counter single hits. And I'm noticing that it's it's eerily similar to 5, right? It's still Cammy at the end of the day. She's not going to do a ton of damage. She's going to get a positional advantage off of a lot of her things that knock down, right? And then she's going to stay in and pressure you. And I don't really know if that's what I'm looking for. And then I end up landing on the other reversal video that came out yesterday or 2 days ago now on, how do I say this shit?
Manon.
Anyways, I'm like, how the hell did I end up here? I don't play grapplers. This is like the same thing as a Rushdown character. You get in, you want to stay in, and you want to threaten with your plus frames that, you know, you're going to strike, you're going to throw, or you're going to command grab. But then Damascus starts spitting, bro. Let me turn the volume up for you real quick.
Also has a few useful target combos. Chun-Li, which is 10 fierce into fierce, is +3 on hits. It also puts your opponent in command grab range. While it is -8 on block, it is fairly easy to hit confirm, kinda like Street Fighter V's Yang Zeku fierce into fierce combo.
So I think you can combo that into the hit grab, which gives you medals, which gives you more damage, as well as the fact that the hit grab itself does a decent amount of damage and scales with the medals as well. So you get that guaranteed damage on the hit grab, but if you want to gamble a little bit, you can go for a command grab, or you can go for a strike, or you can go for a regular throw. And that vacuum effect is really cool because it's bringing them to you. Like, it's like auto pressure. That's what I'll call it, auto pressure. But then they start talking about how it's not like the most consistent whiff punish because from certain ranges, the second part will just whiff. But then we get into the actual consistent whiff punish target combo here, and I think it looks pretty cool. It also has the vacuum effect to it. Look how far it's pulling JP in. I think this is really cool. And then Damascus goes on to drop another bar that kind of seals the deal for me.
Seems like the kind of character you'd pick when you want a grappler, but you don't really want to say that you are playing grapplers. She offers good movement and combo openers, while always having the possibility for scary command grab resets without necessarily depending on them.
So at the end of that, I was like, it seems pretty promising. She's got some cool little hit confirms that seem to yield some good reward, right? You pull them in, you can do whatever you want to them, basically. And the suction effect, since it acts as an auto pressure, makes up for the fact that my pressure is whack. But what I really needed to see in more detail were those normals. So I put on my detective hat and found this video that Roofamonger posted that talks about her entire kit, but this is a section about her normals, and they're not very good. The buttons themselves, like, you know, some of them look a little bit stubby. Her stand heavy kick actually reaches pretty far. It looks all right. The stand light kick we saw earlier reaches a little bit further than it looks. The crazy thing, though, and Roofamonger talks about it to an extent, is that all of them are negative. Now, negative normals in 6 aren't crazy. Like most characters, most of their normals are negative, but at least their jab is plus. Her jab is -1. The other grapplers in this game have plus frames. Like Zangief's jab, I think Roofamonger talks about it, is like +3. His headbutt is super plus. And Lily has some plus frames that he talks about a little bit. but for some reason she doesn't. Like Manon does not have any plus frames, meaning that you need to burn drive gauge in order to make things plus, to get pressure. If you want the pressure with her, you have to spend drive gauge. Maybe this is like intentional design because of the suction effect. Like I don't know, maybe they don't want you to vacuum people in, be +3, and then also press like plus frame. I don't know, like I don't I'm just spitballing here. And then Roofamonger said something that really caught my ear. He said this is not a character that is going to replace Laura or Mika, but because of her absence of plus frames. Those two characters, Laura especially, has a lot of plus frames in her kit that makes her super scary at times. I was like, damn, maybe that's a good thing, because that's not really what I was looking to play anyways, and I didn't want that in this game. I don't want a Laura replacement or a Mika replacement in this game. Her buttons aren't anything crazy, but I think, like Roofamonger said, they're serviceable. And after the first month, like if I decide to play this character, or any of you guys decide to play this character, and as you play more matchups, you'll understand when and where to use the buttons. Like I'm sure they're very situational. We just haven't gotten to play the game or see a lot of people play a bunch of different matchups. So I'm sure it's, you know, usable, right? They don't look completely awful. They just don't look as good as some of the other characters we've seen already. The video in the background is showing her anti-airs, which seem very strong. She has a bunch of different options like crouch heavy punch target combo, the little crescent kick thing. I think one of her supers, or she can cancel one of her supers into the crescent kick. She can cancel a crescent kick into like a lunge or something. She has a lot of options to anti-air and to combo off of her anti-air. Also, I think if you look down here at this Renverse move, this is the hit grab, I believe, and you can use it to like go through projectiles. It's like Valrog's V-Skill 1, where he just spins. She can do that, and she can also like do something out of it, right? Overall, this was not a character I really cared about at all. You know, I saw a grappler, I was like, I'm not playing that. But now, after seeing the footage, I think it might be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna not play Cammy at all, but I just learned a couple of things today about myself and about why I play the characters that I do. And I thought that was kind of important to share for people who are trying to pick their mains when 6 comes out. And I think it's really cool to talk through with an audience. You know, I'm sure you guys have different opinions in the comments, and you probably have different things to say down in the comments. Overall, though, I'm just really excited about the game. Whatever character I end up playing, I'm sure I'll have fun. I'm just ready for the game to come out, and I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for some new netcode. I think that's really what it is. Anyways, all of the videos that I showed today, the Roofamonger one, the Reversal one, and that replay, I'll put them down in the description below if you want to check them out for yourself. But that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you again very soon.